Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a special edition of Full Throttle Television. Here we're here at Bristol Motor Speedway for the FTSR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series here for the Kelly Battiest 200 here tonight. Very solemn event, a solemn sponsor here tonight, celebrating the life of Kelly Battiest, one of our members, and we'll get into that shortly. But here at Bristol, it's going to be an exciting race, Tony. I know we kind of get a late start, but it's going to be fun.
Well, yeah, definitely a special night for us as well. And yeah, I know it's a tough subject to handle tonight, but it's all for a good cause. And it kind of reminds me of one of the comedians, Jimmy Carr. He says it the best. You know, people die twice. Once when they physically die, and then once when they their name is said lastly. And we're not forgetting Kelly tonight, and this is races for her.
So unfortunately, 3 years ago to the day tonight, Kelly Battiest took her life, and one of our members, Donnie Battiest, is his daughter. Unfortunately, is dealing with that situation. It was a tough decision, but he wanted to celebrate her life and her legacy here tonight. He wanted to sponsor this race, so this is why we're here. This is why we're doing it. And it's just a solemn reminder, Tony, that things are more important than racing. Family is very important, and we get to talk about that tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, your rope is always longer than you think it is, and you never sell yourself short. And everybody's been there to a certain extent, but you just gotta keep trucking on.
Well, I appreciate Donnie for stepping up. It's a hard thing to do. It's not something you don't really want to try to think about too much, but he did actually want to do something to kind of in remembrance of her. So awesome to have him do this on board, and we're happy to do it as well. So I look forward to extending the legacy of her and her life to here tonight. So it's going to be a lot of fun racing for a good cause here tonight at Bristol. 200 laps around this track. They have actually already finished up qualifying as well. So we're going to throw it straight into our starting lineup and get things kicked off here. On the pole tonight for the Kelly Battiest 200 is Braden Donaldson getting it done. First run with the league tonight. He's going to start on pole at the 94 with his teammate Bradley Carter in second, and team owner in second spot on the front row, a couple of Toyotas. Claude Furlan qualifies in third position in the number 40. I can't read his number. But anyway, Stephen Hollingsworth in second. Got Darren Clement and Justin Gann in row 3. You got Bobby Terrell, Wyatt Huntley, row 4 with Tanner Tomasi and Joshua Gaiman rounding out the top 10.
All right, looks like in 11th we have Victor Fluger. Then we have Richie Coy starting 12th. Ted Lisby 13th. Sylvain Jolly 14th. Kyler McCarthy 15th. Austin Demore 16th. Dylan Clark 17th. Joshua Saucy 18th. Michael Blackner 19th. Lane Allen 20th. Then we have David Smeal Jr. 21. Bill Miller in the 22nd spot. Casey McMullen 23rd spot. Brandon Eller 24th spot. Marty Robert 25th spot. And we have Donnie Battiest 26th spot. And then Brian Bliss rounding out your 27-car field tonight. So yeah, short track, decent field though. And this will be our first Xfinity race, so it should be fun for us to call. Some new names in here that we're not used to calling, so it should be fun.
New names for sure. New drivers to the league this week, putting it on the front row. We'll see how they fare here tonight. Fun track. Bristol is always a good track. It's a short track. It's going to be a lot of exciting action here tonight. And I'm sure these drivers are going to put on a great race for us for sure. Entering 3 and 4, they're going to see the pace car drop off and head to pit road. Coming off turn 4, leader's going to bring them down 94 and 78 on the front row. Green flag flies, and away we go here tonight at Bristol.
Well, so far so good. Yeah, everybody dialing it in. The beauty about this track is you do have some options here. You can run the top line, you can run the bottom line, and you're going to start seeing everybody try to dive to that lower line, but there is a little bit of passing that can happen out there on that outside line.
Absolutely. Everybody trying to find somewhere to run. I think Richie Coy, the first one side by side back there around Victor Fluger, trying to use that top lane, going to work on Tanner Tomasi.
Yeah, I almost wonder, he is actually trying to pass Tanner there. Usually I thought he might dive down low. I know he likes that low lane, but yeah, no, he gets by Tanner. Now he goes low.
Right behind him, Sylvain Jolly trying to follow him through there on the outside, trying to make that pass as well. On the outside of Victor Fluger in the 21. You're going to see logos out here too. One of the things that Donnie did tonight too is if you're running his logo tonight and you win this race, you get a bonus $2 million in credits. So these guys are going to be anxious trying to get out there and get that done, and they want to be the one out front.
Yeah, it's kind of a, I know NASCAR has something like that where it's the 4 drivers, the race for the cash or something or other, and it's not the same, but yeah, if you got the logo out there and if you chance to find yourself in victory lane, yeah, you're gonna get a little extra bonus payout there.
Yeah, they used to have the dash for cash. They got something else now. They got the triple truck challenge in trucks as well. Still side by side back here with Fluger and Sylvain Jolly though.
Yeah, they've been battling it. It looks like everybody else was kind of single file out. They did finally single out now.
Up front, Braden Donaldson continues to lead. Bradley Carter in second. Teammates keeping a close eye on his driver there in front. Claude Furlan in third. Great qualifying run for Claude Furlan. Having a good run so far here tonight, and Sylvain Jolly.
Yeah, they've got pretty good spacing over fourth place right now, Stephen Hollingsworth. So they've been able to kind of get moving and kind of get out front and kind of shake it up. Now I don't know how much clean air is king around here as we normally see with the Cup car, but I assume it's probably still pretty good just to have that clean air on the nose of the car here. We haven't really driven this car, so I really don't even know what the car does, to be quite honest with you. It's been a while. Everybody looking pretty good though. I'm just I always remember Bristol as one of those tracks where it is a tire eater, and you definitely want to just save your stuff as much as you possibly can. And I've seen guys that run like a very small pace, and eventually, if we get a good green flag run here, they start working through the field just because they have been able to save tires. So it's definitely a strategy. I don't know if it's still as pronounced as it was from a couple of years ago, but definitely something to think about. I mean, you always want to save some tire when you're out here.
I just realized I got to fix something in our broadcast. Not used to these Tuesday nights, so we're going to take a quick commercial break just to fix it real quick. We'll be right back after this. All right, we're back here at Bristol. I had to see if we can improve, see if you guys, let me know in chat if you guys are seeing some choppiness. We're working with some things here, trying to make sure it's smooth as glass. Unfortunately, our first caution of the night comes out while we're under caution. Of course it does. But we will get you guys caught up here right now. Let's go see what happened to our first caution flag of the night here. Best One Tire and Auto Care instant replay, watching Stephen Hollingsworth here.
Yeah, I think Sylvain Jolly even came on the radio and said he may have been involved in that.
Well, it don't look like that was what was happening there. So let's go back and see Victor Fluger, maybe. He was involved in it. Let's see, coming off turn 4, a little contact with the wall, going down into turn 1. Little contact, him and Sylvain Jolly. Yep, it was like Sylvain just barely tapped him there. And he gets pile driven coming off the corner. And he gets hit again.
Yeah, wow, the 18, cracked him pretty hard there. Ooh, and then who was that drove in there toward the end, the 34? Bill Miller.
Yeah, riding on board with Bill Miller as he comes off turn 2. Sees the wreck, just cannot get slowed down, and cracks him once again.
I heard some guys say too, again, I'm kind of monitoring radio chat here. I think the yellow was a little delayed. not got the message. And again, too, if he's coming around the corner, you really have no visibility here to see what's coming around the corner, and things happen so fast here.
Man, Joshua Susi, hard to the side, ends his night. We're on board now with the 21 of Fluger. Just gets tapped from inside there, unfortunately, from Sylvain Jolly. Goes around, gets involved, but we are double file getting ready for a restart here at Bristol. First caution of the night. Again,
that was a banger.
200 laps. Just a reminder, 200 laps here tonight. 40 is your stage break. That is that's what we're racing to first, is get to lap 40 first. As the pace car peels off, it's going to be the two teammates once again. Braden Donaldson, Bradley Carter up front. Donaldson with a good jump. Takes the lead, heading off into turn one.
Yeah, I didn't see too many people pit under that caution as well. So a couple guys in for damage, but that was about it.
Hollingsworth on the jump, gets around Claude Furlan for third. So Claude falls to fourth. There's Justin Gannon, that bright green car. It's going to be easy to pick him out tonight.
Yeah, that thing is it's a neon under the lights here tonight. I'm just looking behind there. We still got a couple of 2 wide. It looks like the 14 and the 55 going side by side with Sylvain Jolly and the two purple cars right now. The Sylvain Jolly and the 2. They're sorting it out though.
Sylvain Jolly, Austin Demore,
yeah. He's in the 5 in last night's race, so he's in the 2 tonight. I'm still kind of learning some of the newer names that are out here and what kind of car they're driving as well.
Close racer right here, Wyatt Hunley, side by side. Darren Clement. Clement almost clear. Huntley right on the quarter panel through the corner. Close racing there.
Yeah, Darren's he's staying on the upside. He doesn't want to kind of cut off wide, but there he goes. He gets in front of him now. Giving him a little bit of room there.
We got a change for the lead.
Oh.
Something happened to Braden Donaldson. He's up the track into the wall through 3 and 4.
Yeah, I got to go back and see what actually happened in there. He was able to gather it up, though. Yeah, he lost almost 9 spots in that. But he was our leader.
Let's go back and look, see what happened here. Watching Braden Donaldson a lap before the incident, down into 3 and 4, racing with his teammate and his team owner. Oh, he just gets loose on entry there. Up the track, taps the wall a couple times, loses some position.
Good hands, though. He was able to save it. Not too much damage.
Yeah, racing side by side with the 19 Akoi there. Now trying to make a move on Tanner Tomasi in front.
Well, he obviously has a quick car, so he'll probably be back up there before this is over. I mean, we have tons of laps to go here.
Meanwhile, up front, still Bradley Carter now takes over from his teammate. Stephen Hollingsworth in second, trying to close in. Claude Furlan now in third. Justin Gannon in fourth, and Darren Clement, your top 5.
Yeah, I'm watching Bradley too. He's been kind of running the low line in 3 and 4, but then he kind of runs middle of the track in 1 and 2. And we know this track isn't a perfect symmetry on both sides. 1 and 2 are just a little bit tighter than 3 and 4, so he's definitely using the middle lane though in 1 and 2 to keep this car's momentum going.
You see all the drivers use the different lanes through the corner as well. Some of them run up the track, some of them stay around the bottom. This is a fun track for the drivers too, because you can kind of run around. Of course, Bristol's a fun track anyway. You're racing. What is it they say? It's like flying airplanes in a gymnasium. It's kind of that kind of thing.
It is. Yeah, I mean the laps crack off really quick, and it's really high speed. You're barely using any brake, if any brake at all, and it's pretty wild. I'm just kind of watching too, like Stephen Hollingsworth second right now. He's been diamond in the corner in 1 and 2, and you can definitely see he gets really tight to the wall, then makes a real dive kind of downhill into the straightaway here. But then you see Bradley's kind of moved his lineup a little bit in 3 and 4. You probably see Steven maybe trying to close in on him a little bit here, and he's definitely feeling out that track.
Yeah, he is up the track, trying to use that top lane now, move it up. Hollingsworth second, again, all in line there. I was watching that battle with Bobby Terrell, Tanner Tomasi, Braden Donaldson, all right there together.
Oh yeah, they got a gaggle going on over there. Like Tanner's trying to make the outside work. He doesn't know if he wants to be in line or he's trying to keep Braden behind him as well. But I think Braden's just got a pretty quick car right now, and Braden's on the move.
No, a little contact off the corner there. I was going to say Tanner was trying to make a move on Bobby, but here comes Braden Donaldson trying to get back to the front after his mistake.
I'll tell you, it's rough as a driver, especially on a tight track like this when you're trying to make a pass and then somebody's trying to pass you while you're trying to make a pass as well. And it's like, you know, you almost feel like telling the guy behind you, hey, take a number, will you?
Still side by side, trying to work that bottom, man. It's tough to make that pass on the bottom coming off the corner, as it is anywhere, but especially here.
Well, Tanner's had a few opportunities to get down, and he's staying in that upper lane.
Good side by side, Joshua Gaiman and Wyatt Hunley. Gaiman going to take that spot on the outside, so move Josh up to 6'5".
Yeah, moving forward. I mean, here we are. We're 38 laps in. You're going to start seeing a little bit of tire wear here. Ooh, Josh got really loose coming out of the corner there, coming on 4. Was able to hang on to it though, but man, he was pretty sideways.
Trying to push, get some positions here as we're running out of laps, getting close to the stage break.
Yeah, there's still a pretty good battle going on for 10th right now, but I don't see it really changing.
Tanner using the outside, trying to keep his momentum. You see the 3 different grooves. Tanner up top. You got Braden through the middle, and then Richie Coy trying to use that bottom lane. Oh, we got a caution.
Well, I believe that
was going to be our stage.
Yeah.
So stage winner tonight, Bradley Carter, getting it done. First race out with the league, and
looking pretty good so far.
Yeah, looking strong. His teammate's strong too. Just had that issue, dropped to 10th. We'll grab that final stage point, but these guys will slow down, come down pit road, get some tires and fuel. Or will they? Some of them do. The leaders decide to stay out.
Really? That's interesting. Yeah.
Carter and Hollingsworth's like, no, thank you. Everybody else coming to pit road.
Well, I hope they don't think we have a double pit lane here.
No.
Which we don't. But yeah, no, they're out. They're still staying out. I don't know. I don't know if that's a really good strategy, to be quite honest with you.
Well,
actually, it looked like the 54 stayed out as well. His teammate, Braden, or the 94 rather. Or no, that is the 54. He's got the lucky dog. 54 is Marty Roberts.
Marty going to get that lucky dog, come around, get back on the lead lap.
And actually, our leaders are pitting right now.
They're pitting the second time by. Maybe they missed the entrance to pit road. Probably came out late for them. Well, that's going to be...
yeah, I wonder. I'm going to have to go back and take a look at that. That may have actually happened there.
It's going to be detrimental to their night. But, yeah, you hope that it give them time to get down pit road. I wonder why those two stayed out.
I almost feel like, yeah, they were trying to get caught up there, and I think everybody else was they just missed entry. Well, no, hang on, I'm looking here. No, they had opportunity to get down there. Maybe they thought there was another lap. Interesting. But yeah, they're gonna have a lot of boogieing to make up here because they're unfortunately probably gonna go all the way to the back of the field.
They are gonna be, yep, not the last car on the lead lap because we have the lucky dog, but they're gonna be.
Yeah, they're
back there in traffic for sure. They're gonna have an uphill battle from here. With Bradley Carter
even.
And
Stephen Hollingsworth. Yeah, I haven't seen exactly where Stephen's at as far as the running order goes yet. It hasn't
20th and
hasn't
21st.
Cycled to him. Okay.
Yep.
Just changed for me now. Yeah. Well, yeah, you're behind the 8 ball a little bit, but plenty of laps to go. And if we can stay green again, it's going to be a tire strategy race. I can see. It's usually just how these races go here. So you just want to manage your stuff, stay out of trouble. The keys to the race. I know we've been talking about doing that segment, but the keys to the race are stay out of trouble and take care of your car.
And trap position is key, and some of those guys have lost it. So we'll see how they fare here. Green flag flies, though. We're back in racing after this this stage break, and a big jump by Justin Gann on our leader, Claude Furlan. You kind of hope that works out. They're 3 wide behind them, though. 3 wide for third. I get back to 2 wide, but that was touch and go there. Oh, a little loose off the corner for Tanner Tomasi.
Yeah, they're 3 wide going into turn 3 right now. I'm trying to see who the cars are. Oh, we got a little bit of spin. Biggie in the wall. Another little wreck there. Wow.
Brian Bliss involved in that one as well. No caution. They're still rolling. They just need to keep rolling and not have an issue like we had at Rockingham where they know the caution is out. Brian Bliss's car is broken up against the wall through 3 and 4, and I believe Donnie Battiest is broken as well. Up against the wall. Here comes the leaders. Oh, caution flies.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Did they avoid Brian Bliss there? That was close.
I was watching Donnie, and I believe they avoided both of them.
All right, so caution flies once again. Big issues back there. Let's look at the Best Tire and Auto Care instant replay. See what happened here. And that was
the original incident was with the 44, Ted Lispy, and then Braden Donaldson. The two of them, Bradley Carter. They went 3 wide with 1 car, and that's kind of where the mayhem started. Wow.
I'm not finding those. You need to tell me again those cars, because that's not something happened in front.
Yeah, it would have been. Well, it would have been. It all started with the 44 and the 78. They were taking somebody 3 wide. That's kind of where the mayhem started. I'm trying to get you a lap here.
I got it right here.
There you go.
So 44 in the middle there. Who was that behind him that took him 3 wide? The black car.
The 78.
Bradley Carter trying to work his way back through the field, making an aggressive move to dive 3 wide on these guys. Unfortunately, it did not work out for the middle car, the 44, and then, of course, Brian Bliss gets involved in that. And Donnie Battiest as well, man.
Yeah, well, Brian kind of got washed up the corner all by himself. He was having a little bit of tightness issue, it looked like, but the 3 wide in front of him, and when the 88 kind of got spun right into Brian, it just made it worse for him.
Boy, I'm trying to get a good view of this. We don't have our camera set up on the cars either for this series, so we're going to work on that. But diving into the corner, contact with the 44. There's not enough room for 3 cars right there up the track.
I mean, you can go 3 wide here. There is a lot of space, but you generally don't want it. Especially the way the track runs. Again, you save your stuff for later on in the run here.
Yeah, Brian just chose wrong there and unfortunately gets caught up in that.
And unfortunately, Donnie had nowhere to go. Kind of got right into him, and they both towed. 8, 7, 6, and 7 are both out.
Could not get it pulled down. Well, you don't want to be put your target on your back first race in, and I don't know, he dove down there, but there was room, then there wasn't room. He the middle car kind of crowded him, but we're green flag racing once again. It's going to be Joshua Gaiman taking the top side. Green flag flies. Justin Gann, Joshua Gaiman, Claude Furlan all right up there, and Richie Coy as well now.
Yeah, and Justin Gann actually did lead the last restart as well, so he chose the outside line. But there goes Gaiman, though. If he's got the point right now.
Good to know. I was worried for him.
Yeah.
On that restart, but that's good.
Yeah, I had to go back and take a look at that too. Yeah, he chose the high side, and he was able to fire off.
Boy, they're packed tightly like a can of sardines for about third on back right there, side by side. Richie Coy on the outside of Claude Furlan. Tanner Tomasi looking for somewhere to go, and you got Darren Clement, Wyatt Huntley.
Yeah, they're packed up behind him as well. There's a lot of racing going on right now for that third spot. You got 7 cars right now, and actually 8 cars. The 99 just entered the picture.
Oh, we got a battle for the lead. Joshua Gaiman looking to the outside of the 30 of Gann. Now we're all 2 by 2 by 2 for the first 6, 8 positions. We're
Game gets by. Game gets by him. Here comes Claude now to Claude, not Claude. Claude Furlan. I don't know why I call him Claude, but yeah, just my mind slipping. But yeah, Claude gets by Joshua Gaiman with ease right there.
Claude Curlin.
Yeah. Sorry there, Claude.
Darren Clement working around Richie Coy, going to get that pass down. Richie kind of going backwards now. He's going to drop into the clutches of Austin Demore and Tanner Tomasi right there.
I've been kind of keeping an eye on that 19, and yeah, he's not liking that outside line. He is just that car is wiggling and waggling, and he is just not able to get the power down. It looks like.
We know he's not really. He's a bottom feeder anyway.
Yep.
Huntley going to take advantage of it as well. Going to dive to the inside. Bobby Terrell licking his.
Oh, the 29 gets into Bobby.
Oh, spinning off turn 4. Caution flies. Bobby Terrell around. 22 of Michael Blackner involved. Who's that sitting there? Lane Allen. Caution flies again. Sparks are starting to fly here at Bristol. Let's go back and look at our Best One Tire and Auto Care instant replay.
Yeah, it's a little early for all this mayhem to be happening right now.
Gonna thin the pack out here. Yeah, it looks like Bobby was trying to get a run off the corner and come down. And he come across the nose of the 29 of Clark.
Yep, just some hard racing, and then yeah. Didn't look like there's way big damage behind him, but yeah, a couple cars obviously got a little damage there. Not a lot of aero on this track, so it doesn't matter if you get overly beat up. The problem is you don't really get a lot of time on pit road especially with the long pit road, to actually get anything fixed. So if you do have a lot of damage, you're going to be hurt pretty bad.
29 stuck his nose in there, and I don't think Bobby was expecting it. It's kind of a tight squeeze for the 29 too.
Yeah, and there was a big checkup too as well. The 71 checked up. Sylvain got into him. The 22 gets into Sylvain, and then the 16 gets into the 22. And man, even the 94 got a little piece of that as well. It just it was like dominoes back there.
The pizza,
the pizza, the little dice game, or not the dice game, the dominoes. There's no other word for dominoes, I guess. Man, you're confusing me. And that doesn't take much.
Yeah, what happened to Sylvain? How did he get around?
He again, there was a checkup. The guys in front had seen what was going on, and unfortunately,
22 got him. Somebody got 14 got the 22, and they just all kind of
they all piled in. They're all in that like Victory Lane spot, the Bass Pro Shop spot.
Mm-hmm. That's where you want to be at the end of the night. Maybe not right now.
It almost looked like they were doing the curling, where they got to get it into the circle.
Oh, like flawed curling?
Yeah.
Again, I apologize on behalf of Tony Claude.
It's kind of like the first broadcast. I mean, well, it is technically the first broadcast. We're just kind of getting our, our ducks in a row.
Or in Claude's case, Canadian geese, I guess, right?
Well, yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they got ducks up there, too.
Well, I'd imagine, yeah.
All right, we're getting off the rails
with
here.
A Canadian moniker. Well, even I thought Stephen Jolly was also Canadian as well. Oh, yeah, he's got the Canadian flag
Absolutely.
there. Okay.
Yeah.
Must have missed the flag there, yeah. So there are only 2 Canadians.
All right, so we're on caution number 4, finishing it up here, 3 for incident. As we come back to the restart zone, Gann leading, going to get a great jump off that start once again, using that high side. Here comes Darren Clement trying to follow him through.
Yeah, he's definitely trying to make a little bit of noise here tonight, Darren. And that house on the outside right now, trying to get around Claude.
Yeah, you want to make the right kind of noise, and so far so good. Oh, close. The 43 up the track just a little bit there. Close racing for second. Tanner Tomasi bringing down the back of Darren Clement there as well.
All it's doing right now, though, is giving Justin a little bit of breathing room. So I'm sure Justin's going to start eventually pulling away from these guys if they can't figure this out.
Claude tries to gas it up the middle there. Can't hang on to it. Side by side still. And side by side behind him as well is Richie Coy trying to hang on to some positions back there. Who's on that top side? Actually, on the bottom. Austin up top.
Yeah, Richie was able to get down on that restart. So yeah, he's at least maybe a little bit in his more comfortable spot right now. But I'm watching that 55. I mean, he's been wanting to go, and he's been showing a little bit of patience trying to get there. But now he's made it too wide with Claude.
Yeah, Tomasi up top. Close racing between those guys the last time down the front stretch. Looks like he's going to get it done here. Going to take that third position. So Tomasi up to third. Claude falls to fourth. Being on that bottom lane, he just kind of lost some track position there. Austin Demore and Richie Coy side by side. Wyatt Huntley trying to follow Richie through on the bottom there. Austin hanging tough.
Yeah, they've been too wide, I think, since the green dropped here. And finally, it looks like there's a little bit of separation. But now you got the 2 and the 0-2 fighting it.
2 and 0-2. Oh,
Ooh,
Austin with a little contact off the corner there. If he got loose or what, kind of turned left there.
I almost want to say he tapped the wall there. I think he just tapped the wall again and just bounced it down. It's going to happen when you're tight racing, close racing, especially on this little track like this.
Boy, was that Dylan Clark getting a little, no, it was Bradley Carter getting a little loose back there. He actually came down pit road for some tires.
Well, I know we did have a few guys come in and get a little bit of damage repaired as well, just because there was a few guys involved in that last one.
Finally being heated up there by the Stephen Hollingsworth machine, number 25. And right behind him, Bradley Carter looking under Dylan Clark. No.
Yeah, I thought I saw Bradley. No, Bradley, it was under Stephen Hollingsworth. Right?
Hollingsworth, right. You're right.
I saw Bradley blink out a couple times there, but he's solid again.
He did. He flashed just a little bit there.
He's just trying to get back up to the front. I mean, we've already had 2 guys leading, and both have had issues. But even Bradley and the 25 both were kind of pushed to the back of the field, so both of them are trying to run back to where they were.
I think tonight you're going to see this. You're going to see this race go in cycles, and you're going to cycle to the front, cycle back when you decide to pit. Some people will stay out, and you're just going to see. You just hope you get the cycle right, and you end up in the right spot at the end of the night.
That's right. Yeah. As far as fuel mileage goes, I'm assuming they're going to need at least maybe one more stop. But I could possibly be wrong there. I know usually you get pretty good fuel mileage. Really isn't a thing here.
And these cars actually have a bigger fuel cell than most others, so they can go a little bit farther. So I wouldn't be surprised to see somebody maybe actually be able to make it from here.
I just can't imagine. Would you want to do 160 laps here on these tires?
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Sure
the tires would be happy about it, but
no,
I'm able to do it on fuel. Dylan Clark right here in front of David Smeal and Braden Donaldson. Actually, that is David Smeal. We're looking at the red and yellow. Trying to get the colors and cars right here. Braden Donaldson right behind him, eating him up, and here comes Sylvain Jolly looking to the inside.
That's a pretty good battle going on right outside the top 10. Everybody's fighting for 12th right now.
I'm not sure who's the comer or goer here. It looks like Donaldson is the goer, or the comer, I guess, in this situation. David Smeal.
Yeah, he's finally able to get by David there. Got by David.
Coming back just a little bit here. Sylvain Jolly underneath him, really close. Oh, Sylvain just a little loose off the corner.
It is tight here. I mean, this is one of those tracks where I do not like running side by side with people. I prefer let me get all I can get out of it, and it's tough to make a pass though.
It's like you say, one small mistake, and that's all it takes.
Yeah, well, even the 44 just got a little loose, so it touched the apron there. 71's kind of climbing into it, Casey McMullen. Lispy was able to kind of hang on to it, though, in the 44.
McMullen running one of those special paint schemes. I know a lot of the guys out there are running those logos, running that on their paint schemes. Good to see those guys participate in that tonight. All for a good cause. Just making memories out there. Catching on the back of Wyatt Huntley here. Huntley, another one with that special paint scheme. Oh, it's close up front. Joshua Gaiman, Claude Furlan, inches. I don't think we could put a sheet of paper between those two guys.
Yeah, they're running really tight right now. And unfortunately, everybody's trying to chase Tomasi right now. And Tomasi, he is not on pace. And he's got him stacked behind him. So that's, to me, that's Tanner kind of went out of the gate, firing off pretty quick. And I think he may have burned up some of this stuff. And now he's
somebody needs to tell these guys we've got 112 laps left.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of racing to go. But that's the sad thing, though, too. They see the leaders kind of getting away, and you got to get by the one car. And it's like, you kind of got to break free. And once you can break free, like we're going to see Josh here in a little bit, he's finally underneath the 55. Although 55, man, he's just getting a great run on the exit here. I think Joshua's got him clear. Yep, he pulls up in front of him. So let's see Joshua. I'm sure he's going to really start making some moves here.
Tomasi lacking that big move by Bradley Carter there.
But, man, just looking at the time board right now, too, I mean, Justin Gann's got almost 7/10 over Darren Clement. But then there's almost a good second and a half to Joshua Gaiman. So Tanner kind of just holding up the pack here. Man, they're bumping right behind him.
Yeah.
Tanner might want to just maybe kind of get out of the way, let some of these guys get by him. Because, he's going to go 3 wide here, and it might not get pretty for anybody.
They are 3 wide.
They are.
Braden Donaldson. Oh, he goes around off the front of the 55. 19 involved as well.
Yellow's out. I called it. I mean, I knew something was going to happen.
Yep, got to have a little patience. Start pushing the issue here at Bristol. It will bite you.
Well, I mean, as a driver, too, you don't want to give up that many spots. But when you see the field behind you, sometimes the better thing to do is just, take your loss and let these guys get by you. Unfortunately, if you don't, you might see something like what we see.
We see everybody trying to stack up here, trying to get to pit road. Unfortunately, those guys wrecked and messed up the lineup here as well. So hopefully they got that sorted out before they hit pit road.
Yeah, I'm hearing a little bit of chatter in race chat. They're trying to figure it out. Hopefully, we're not going to get any black flags here for some of this.
Look at them racing on pit road here.
I know, yeah.
Let's go back and look at the incident that brought out this caution here. We saw Braden Donaldson kind of working through the pack. Making it, actually, it wasn't even him. Sorry, it's his teammate Bradley Carter. Was working through the pack, had those fresh tires, making some aggressive moves, and unfortunately, he finally made one that didn't work out. Made it 3 wide off turn 4. Close racing there. 55 up the track into him just a little bit, and they go into the wall. And wouldn't you know it, he didn't suffer any damage.
Well, yeah, that's kind of that's not a, what did they say? That's not a flaw, it's a feature, right?
Well, no, I mean, he only made contact with the 55. 55-19 hit the wall. He was able to avoid the wall because of the cars there. So who was it? Somebody said if you initiate the contact, a lot of times you're not in the wreck. Well, he's in the wreck, but he didn't get the damage from it.
Yeah, true.
Actually, I don't know if he even initiated the contact. To be honest with you, they were 3 wide. It was tight racing right there. Trying to fit a square peg in a round hole.
Well, there was some desperation there. I mean, like I say, they're kind of being held up there, and everybody's getting a little antsy, especially when the leaders are continuing to run away like that. And it just, you got to be a little calm, and you just got to have a little bit of patience. It's just wait your turn, I guess, right?
Well, that actually
would think
Richie Coy, Tanner Tomasi, they're laps down now. They're a lap down. Same thing with Bradley Carter, lap down.
Bobby Terrell and Kyler McCarthy as well. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, pace car is going to peel off. We're going to get back to racing here at Bristol. Actually, they're going to extend it to make sure everybody's lined up properly. But yeah, it did kind of trap some of those guys a lap down, trying to I'm sure it took some time there trying to get the lineup right before they hit pit road. That took some time, and laps even under caution here happen fast.
Yeah, the pace car doesn't stop, so if they're waiting for guys to get caught up, it's just and to me that's a fault of iRacing, where iRacing should you get the penalty if you accidentally pass a guy that has spun. So it's just kind of a bad deal there. Maybe one day we'll get it fixed.
Well, that's going to thin the herd just a little bit more. We talked all through the night. This is going to happen. You're going to take some guys out, and you hope to be one of the last men standing here. So far, so good for Justin Gann out front. Darren Clement on the front row. Green flag flies, and we're off and racing once again here in Bristol.
Yeah, our front two, man, they've been holding on the fort pretty well. I mean, Justin's obviously got a quick car, and then Darren's actually showing up tonight. He must really like this track. Looking pretty good out there.
Hollingsworth and Gaiman. Close quarters racing off the corner. They've settled that one. You got Wyatt Huntley looking. Oh, contact with Gaiman. And then he turns him into the wall, and big crash. Caution flies once again.
It almost looks like Wyatt tried to maybe straighten him back out again, but yeah, that didn't go very well.
Oh, my goodness. Guys, calm down.
Ouch. And I believe, David Smeal unfortunately got a little bit of, he kind of cracked right into who was that? That was, can't even think of it, Joshua.
All right, let's go back and look at a replay here. See this once again going in the corner. Wyatt Huntley just charges into the corner. Unfortunately, Josh comes down, closes that door with somebody's foot in it. And around he goes, man. He got pulverized by a couple guys there.
Yeah, unfortunately, Bobby Terrell got a little piece of him. Richie Coy got a piece of him as well. Joshua
David
did toe
Smeal,
right
big
away.
hit. Bobby Terrell there. Richie Coy, big hit there as well. And that's all a result of the incident that happened before this, putting those guys back there, or at least some of those guys.
Yeah.
I mean, Bobby Terrell laps down. Richie Coy laps down. They both get a piece of that.
I believe, I have to go back and look to see if the 88, he was our lucky dog. He was the first guy who lapped down. Maybe we should get the wave around here. Just checking to see if there was any contact. He may have actually had some contact there. Yeah, I think he did. He probably, yep. So I'm not really sure who's getting the lucky dog this time around.
Richie Coy just looking at this incident. It's coming through. Oh, there's a wreck. Trying to miss it. Unfortunately, right there in front of in his lap.
Yeah, wow.
Things happen fast here at Bristol.
They do.
You see the initial contact from Mike Huntley here on board. Looking inside. Josh closes the door.
And actually, I believe Bradley Carter got the lucky dog there that time around. So he was 2 laps down. I believe he's going to be down to 1 lap now. So that only puts 3 guys 1 lap down. Bobby Terrell, Kyler McCarthy, and then, Bradley. But yeah, Richie Coy is in the pits now getting more damage fixed. I don't know if he's done for the night. Tanner Tomasi might be done for the night. David Smeal, he's completely out. Joshua Gaiman, he's really heavily damaged, probably done for the night.
And again, we just passed halfway, so we've already taken out some contenders. Some guys we expected to be fast tonight.
Yeah, we started with 27. We only have 14 now in the lead lap.
Listen, endurance is part of it too. You got to endure the whole race. You got to be smart. These are long races, 200 laps. Got to be there at the end. Got to be in it to win it. Here comes the pace car down there. We're going to get a restart. Joshua Gann again on the top, leading off, and great restart for him once again.
Yeah, and he's been loving that top lane with the restart, so he's definitely been able to fire off really good here. Kind of keep Darren behind him. Man, Stephen Hollingsworth got into Darren a little bit there, almost choked up Wyatt Huntley in the 43 of Claude.
Wyatt and Hollingsworth side by side.
Ooh, Claude disappears. Yeah, he's back.
Magic show out here.
Yeah.
They both have kind of run in on Darren Clement here. Actually, here comes Wyatt Huntley around the outside, maybe looking for the lead.
Yeah, I don't know if Justin maybe, I don't know if he maybe burned up some of his stuff there, but yeah, here comes Wyatt. Wyatt's almost got him clear here.
Leads that lap. Going to take the lead solely off turn 2. Wyatt Huntley to the front.
Justin just slots right behind him. So, all right. Well, yeah, we got a new leader here.
Hollingsworth, Darren Clement.
And I know you got the cheat sheet, so I don't know.
Sideways.
Yeah, wow, he got loose. He's trying to get over trying to catch up to the 30 there, and yeah, it just got loose.
Tries to pull down in front of the 2 and will. So just the more there in the 2 car. Hollingsworth back to 5th.
I know you have your cheat sheet. Did Wyatt, what tire strategy is he on compared to the 30 right now?
All top 9 are on the same strategy, not lap 94.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
But he has driven away from these guys, hasn't he?
Yeah, he definitely has.
Justin may be preparing for a long run here, possibly taking care of some stuff. I would not be surprised.
No, and I mean, and that's truly what you have to do here. I mean, a few years ago, that was one of the keys to this race. You would actually set a pace for yourself, run that pace, even though you know the car can go a lot quicker. But even from the beginning of the run, you'd want to set that pace and just run the pace. And if you went long enough, you would definitely continue to keep the pace while everybody else started falling back. And it was really the winning strategy, and we saw a lot of guys end up doing it. And it still kind of holds true because this is a tire-eating track, and you definitely want to save as much as you can out here.
Yeah, he's pulled off Justin Gann, Darren Clement. Now Clement's got to look in his mirror. Here comes Claude Ferlin into 43. I like that color of that car, man. Just a nice color blue. You don't see many cars out there like that for whatever reason, but of course the blue 43 is pretty well known in NASCAR.
The last time I think either one of us ran with Claude and Sylvain, they had a whole team of different colors. They had the LED lights on the car, and they all came in different flavors. And yeah, you can always pick them out of the crowd just because they always had kind of the matching cars with the matching car numbers, and yeah, a lot of fun.
Accent
good
LED.
Teams. Yep, good team scheme.
Accent LED for sure. They probably show that sponsorship. I remember it well.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if you've been racing in this league long enough, you remember all those guys. Yeah, they had the red car, and I'm trying to think what other car they had. Did they have a green car too? I want to say.
I believe so. Side by side, Ferlin is right beside who's that?
That was Bradley, I believe.
Oh, Bradley, couple laps
yeah,
down.
He's a couple laps down. He's trying to get one of them laps back naturally. I mean, he's got the speed for it. And I'm looking for him on the list, and I'm thinking, oh, no, he is a few laps down here. But I believe he's got a little bit fresher tire than some of the rest of the group.
Huntley, Gann, Clement, Ferlin, and Hollingsworth, your top 5. Side by side, Darren Clement. Side by side with that lap car, Bradley. Last thing you want to be doing is racing some lap cars.
Yeah, I know, exactly. He doesn't have too much pressure coming behind him, but that's where the pressure can start when you get stuck behind a lap down car, or at least side by side with a too many laps. And then you're burning up your tires just trying to hang on. Looks like they finally got everything sorted out. Kind of going back in the field a little bit. Really, the only two wide I see right now is Sylvain Jolly and Dylan Clark right now in that green machine.
You see that car jump up the track on entry there? He's loose on entry right there.
Yeah.
Clark on the bottom. Couple of colorful cars there, the purple and the green.
Yep. And Dylan's kind of got, I know John Deere's not a sponsor, but he's got that green and yellow, which is a very, very famous color combo. Or pack? Not exactly sure what that is. But, look at the car. Got some trees on it.
Ted Lisby right behind him there. Number 44. We've called his name number a couple times tonight. He's been right there in the mix. Casey?
Yeah. 44, he's got the Bears colors. I mean, I'm a Chicagoan, so yeah, he's running that orange and blue.
The Bears.
The Bears. But he's got, what is he on? KTM actually is one of the spots with Red Bull.
KTM, yeah. Casey McMullen right there as well. Running, like I said, running one of those logos. You got Lane Allen, who was involved in a wreck not long ago, still hanging in there in the 11th spot, right outside the top 10. You got Marty Roberts in the 52.
Yep, and then the 22 right behind him, Michael Black.
Yeah, Valvoline colors for him.
See, I see him. Well, no, he's in the Toy Story car.
Oh, we got a wreck back here. Bradley Carter around with Justin Gann and Darren Clement.
Oh, man.
We'll have to go see how this evolved. Again, that was that lap car we were talking about. Bradley Carter racing with our leaders. That's going to bring out the caution.
Wow. Trying to get his lap back the natural way, but that's definitely not how you want to do it.
Cuts down off the corner. Oh, Justin Gann up just a little bit off the corner. They kind of come together in the same spot there, and unfortunately collects his teammate.
Wow. Yeah, and Justin actually, he disconnected. He's done. He's out.
Man.
One of our most dominant cars of the night out.
Yeah, it just looks like coming off the corner. Bradley Carter up the track, tries to come down, and of course, Gann's coming up.
Pit road is busy, it looks like. Well, we got a couple guys staying out. Sylvain staying out. Looks like we were just talking about him. I can't remember his name. Dylan Clark, Ted Lispy's out. Stayed out. Lane Allen looks like stayed out. Bobby Terrell staying out. I believe Bobby was on the lead lap still, and then 32. Darren Clements, he stayed out as well, even though he got kind of caught up in that.
Just looking at this replay, they were just going for the same spot.
Yeah.
And I'm sure both of them was like, well, they both wanted to be there, and neither one of them is going to be there at the end of the night, unfortunately. So,
yeah, no, that's definitely not how you want to start your debut race here as well. And actually, it looked like Bobby Terrell actually did get the lucky dog that time around. So,
shaking hands, not swinging elbows. That's what you got to worry about. Just come in, get to know the guys. Then if you want to race
have a little fun.
Yeah, and then if you want to race hard, so everybody kind of knows what you're about. But that's the way you do it. And unfortunately, that's our two pole sitters. Donaldson actually able to get back on the lead lap here. So the 94 is back on the lead lap. Our pole sitter. Unfortunately, Bradley Carter going to go back another lap down in 16th.
Yeah, he's unfortunately Bradley's. I'm sure 4 laps down. He's still on the track, but yeah, way behind the 8 ball right now. Trying to get on the lead lap and ended up going 2 more laps down.
68 laps left here tonight. We'll be 6-7 when we hit the line, Tony.
Don't even start. I thought we were going to try and not do this on Tuesday.
All right, Sylvain Jolly, your leader. Ted Lisby up front. Green flag flies. A little wheel spin from our front two. But Sylvain Jolly
wheel
gets away. Austin Demore using that top lane, trying to run down Sylvain Jolly. You see the 44 struggling back there, just trying to stay out of the way and out of trouble.
Well, him and Sylvain both did not take tires, so they're going to be hurting quite a bit.
Speaking of hurting, here comes somebody around Sylvain Jolly. That's Austin Demore to take over the lead, the number 2 to the front.
Yeah, and Austin actually was looking good yesterday, but now, now he's here. He's kind of been fighting that attrition tonight, and yeah, he's out in the lead right now.
Yeah, doing a good job. Wyatt Huntley right behind him. The 2 and the 0-2.
That's right. Yeah, we've seen
together once again. And I tell you what, when you think of Bristol, you think of the 2 car. If you're my age, you think of you see Sylvain Jolly sliding off the corner there, but you think of Rusty Wallace and how good he was here at Bristol. It might be reaching a little far for some of these guys. Some of these guys in this race might not even know who that is.
Yeah, very true, right?
But that's what I remember. I remember Wallace was really good here, and of course Rusty Wallace's race with Jeff
With
Gordon
Dale. Oh, yeah.
and Dale Earnhardt. Oh, caution
Ooh,
flies.
we got another yellow.
Dylan Clark sitting sideways off turn 4. And as that happens, we saw Bradley Carter on pit road as well. So I'm not sure if he's parking it for the night or if he had a penalty.
I believe I heard over the radio he had a penalty. Yeah, so he's probably serving it. I hopefully it'll get it served. Usually when the yellow comes out, they don't make you serve it, but he's been in there, so he might actually get that black cleared now.
We'll see what happened to Dylan Clark in the 29 here, coming through 3 and 4. Looks like somebody looks low underneath him. Is that the 94? It is the 94.
I believe, yeah.
It's a lot of contact from those cars on that team tonight. That's not it's not going to bode well for them. He was looking low, though. He dives late into the corner there. Has room. Oh, okay, I see. The car on top did kind of hold him tight there. No contact, and around he goes.
Yeah, it's one of them things where you definitely just want to relax when you're first race, new league.
All right, so DeMoore going to be leading Wyatt Huntley, Hollingsworth, Sylvain Jolly. I'm going to look at the tire count. Yeah, Sylvain is on a different tire strategy than those guys up here. Him and Braden Donaldson actually comes down pit road. Ted Lisby comes down pit road as well. So those guys that were all on a different strategy actually come down pit road, all except for Sylvain, who's going to tough it out up there for 4th.
Well, with the amount of cautions we've been having, it might not be a bad strategy. You maybe save a set down the road here. I mean, the laps are cracking off pretty quick, but if you can get it, so we only have 14 cars on the lead lap. So, if you can save a set, maybe use a set when nobody else is using them, it might not be a bad strategy.
Got 60 laps to go, too, here, so.
I'm kind of looking at chat, too. We got Bill Miller. He actually wrote something pretty good. Caller text 988. And that is the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline Network. So, thanks for throwing that out there, Bill. That's what tonight's race is all about. It's to honor Kelly Battiest. So we can't lose sight of that tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate Donnie doing that, and we're honored to be able to kind of do something in her memory, racing tonight.
Absolutely. And honestly, I mean, racing for me has always been a very therapeutic thing to do. So it kind of goes hand in hand, right?
All right, green flag. Yes, it does. Green flag flies. Austin DeMoore away. Wyatt Huntley kind of spun the tires a little bit, backed them up just a little bit. It's going to bring Stephen Hollingsworth to his inside, side by side for 2nd. Side by side back there for about 6th as well.
Yeah, we got a bunch of cars with 2s in the number 1, 2, 3 right now. So, although Austin got a great jump there, and let's see what he's got. Like I say, he had some speed yesterday, just couldn't quite pull his race together. But man, he's looking really good right now.
Back here for 8th, Michael Blackner going around Lane Allen. So Dylan Clark's wanting to have a go at that as well. Braden Donaldson back here, Ted Lisby.
Yeah, I'll kind of single file out right now, which is probably a smart thing to do. Just kind of get out there. Let's have some good racing going on. Have some fun.
Furlan hanging on in 5th here, but Marty Roberts all over the back bumper for that spot.
Actually, I'm kind of looking at the back end of the pack right now is Donnie Battiest himself. Unfortunately, he's 58 laps down. He had a little bit of damage to get fixed, but he's out there. He's just logging some laps in there, just trying to have a little bit of fun tonight.
Yeah, Donnie actually in the 6-7 car too.
Man,
yeah,
you had to bring that up.
No, you brought it up.
I guess I did. I didn't call his number though, but yeah.
Yeah, there's Donnie running around here tonight trying to take care of his stuff. It's been a rough one towards the front. Austin DeMoore looking for that first O'Reilly Series win. I almost said the other name, Tony. Almost, but I called myself.
Well, we got a Casey Claude going on right now. They're 2 wide there. Casey's able to get by Claude. Now Claude's kind of under fire by Michael Blackner.
This is where the accident is. Dylan Clark right there as well. That number 29 machine.
And he does that green car. Shiny green car. It looks like a sparkling Mountain Dew right there.
Just racing the 22 and the 43. Here comes Clark looking underneath. Behind him, though, something going on in the 14. No, sorry, that's Braden Donaldson and Bobby Terrell. Donaldson up the track. I gotta appreciate that.
You know, unfortunately, Donald's been kind of, Bobby's been kind of beat up a little bit tonight, too. Finally got on the lead lap, just struggling, though, to hang on at 12th.
He is back on the lead lap. Hanging on here in 12th spot right now.
Got a little bit of damage in that car there.
See how this develops. Oh, there you go. The 94 in the back of the 14 on entry of turn 1. 14 saves it. Great bit of driving there, but some more contact from that 94.
Man. Yeah, it is rough out there. Just had to go back up front. Wyatt Huntley is starting to chase down Austin. And I mean, we still got Stephen Hollingsworth in tow right now, but the three of them are putting a hurting on 4th place, Sylvain. And actually, Sylvain doesn't have it. We got a caution.
Caution flies. Got a feeling it had something to do back here.
Claude, unfortunately, got the bad move out of that.
Braden Donaldson, the 94 we were just talking about. It looks like he was involved again. Let's go back and look at a replay.
Yeah, wow. Oh, man, Bobby Terrell hood up. He got cracked out of that as well.
Man. Yeah, he got in the 43 off the corner and just stayed in it. Drove him into the next corner.
Yeah, he didn't even slow down.
Yeah. Good topic of conversation after this race. He tried to stay off of him there, but yeah, just kind of hooked together, goes into the corner there, and apparently either Alt F4 or was removed. Not really sure one way or the other. He is no longer in the server.
Well, I'm hearing over the radio that they're probably not going to be making any more contact with anybody for the near future, for the immediate future. Let's put it that way.
All right, so Austin DeMore, your leader, decides to stay out here. Everybody behind him. Did they come down pit road?
We had a couple guys come down. We're only down to 12 guys on the lead lap, so.
Let's see, Wyatt Huntley, 156. We are on lap 157, so he did come down pit road.
Yeah.
DeMore did stay out. The only one
that actually stayed out, yeah, it was DeMore.
Uh-oh.
I know.
Cue the siren.
That is, warning, danger, Will Robinson.
Wyatt Huntley speeding on pit road.
Oh, no.
To the rear.
Man.
So,
well, his only benefit is he's got new tires. He's not too far back, but we don't have a whole lot of laps left to go.
He's gonna beat himself up for that one too, because he was in prime position. He's the first car off pit road, gonna be in great shape. And unfortunately,
and he was chasing Austin down too towards the end of that run. He probably would have gotten that lead back there if it stayed green. Fortunately, Claude Fernlin, he's out of tonight's race as well. Yeah, we've had looks like Darren Clements, he's done.
Green flag is out. Austin DeMore takes off, leading this one now on those old tires. Ted Lisby in second, Bobby Terrell in third, Sylvain Jolly, Marty Roberts, your top 5 right now.
Well, I don't think Bobby actually pitted, and I saw his hood go up on my screen, but obviously they got the hood down. So, yeah, unfortunately, he's hurting on the old tires right now, just getting pounded.
Dropping through the field here. Definitely some damage on that car, but trying to hang on there.
Kind of looking at the 44 and the 8 right now. I mean, or the 08, I should say. They both have some fresh tires. I mean, Austin got a great jump on the old tires, but I don't know how much longer we might have a yellow there.
No, sideways off the turn 2. If they hang on to it, there's a little contact afterwards. Who is that? Casey McMullen hangs on. Big save off turn 2. We stay green, but it does kind of shake up the field back there.
Wow.
And Bobby Terrell right there side by side.
Yeah.
That was a big save off the corner.
I hear Stephen Hollingsworth kind of offering some apologies there, so I don't know, maybe he was the catalyst there. Just watching, I'm watching the 2nd through 4th right now. They are slowly starting to reel in Austin here.
Yeah, Marty Roberts.
Here comes Sylvain.
Ted
Sylvain's underneath Ted Lisby. Here comes Marty Roberts, underneath the 44 as well, and Hollingsworth going with them.
Yeah, 44 in the wall, a little bit off the corner there. Lisby, or sorry, the 44. Yeah, that's right. Getting my numbers right. A little bit of touch of the wall off turn 2 there. It opens the door for Hollingsworth to kind of come through. Marty Roberts in 3rd right there. But yeah, Sylvain Jolly kind of breaks through and is starting to chase down our leader here on those old tires.
Sylvain's been looking pretty good tonight. So with the new tires right now, although that 54 is also looking really good as well. So
we're getting down to it. 34 laps remaining.
And it's going to get exciting here for the lead here. Can Austin hold these guys off, though? That's going to be the big question, especially on these old tires.
Hollingsworth, the first to venture up high, is going to get to the outside of Marty Roberts in the 54. He's going to take that 3rd position, going for 2nd now to the outside of Sylvain Jolly. Here comes Hollingsworth, wiggling off the corner, pushing that car hard, trying to get to our leader.
I mean, to me, I think that's your strategy right now, because I don't think Austin's going to get off the bottom. You might as well. Sylvain probably should have went to the high side a little bit sooner there.
Here comes the battle for the lead. Hollingsworth to the outside and around. Austin DeMore makes it look easy. Going to take the lead. Hollingsworth to the front.
Yeah, and I mean, that was kind of inevitable with the fresher tires. Here comes Sylvain, yeah. Sylvain probably is kicking himself. He probably should have done that about 3-4 laps sooner.
All right, he takes over 2nd there right now. Here comes Marty Roberts looking to the inside of DeMore. DeMore just trying to hang on with those tires. Oh, also Sylvain Jolly with a big slide off the corner there.
Yeah. He's just trying to hang in there for that 2nd right now. I mean, he's got a pretty good car. He's got a little bit of gap over the 3rd, especially if they stay side by side for a little while. Marty Roberts cannot get by Austin right now, so it is putting a little bit of gap between the 2nd and 3rd. Although you got 29 back there, he's just got to be patient. Do not go 3 wide with these guys just yet.
Yeah.
Look who's right behind him.
Dylan Clark looking for somewhere to go, and here comes from the back.
Yeah.
Now in contention, Wyatt Huntley. Do not throw it away yet, though. Here he comes underneath the 29, 2x2 for, what is that, 2nd, or 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th.
Yeah, they're all fighting for 3rd place right now. And Wyatt, I mean, man, he's been obviously, he put down the go pedal there, and he's really just trying to get through this field.
Oh, a little contact up front. Oh, there goes sliding. Austin DeMore in the wall. 2-car, one of the stronger cars tonight, unfortunately, with damage right there after contact with Marty Roberts.
Unfortunately, he didn't have the tire right now. I mean, he was looking really good, but he probably should have pitted with everybody else, and strategies just did not play out for him right now.
Battle's going to be behind him between Dylan Clark, Marty Roberts, Michael Blackner up in the 6th spot. Austin DeMore on pit road.
I kind of feel like Marty. He just kind of fell off a little bit. He was looking really good early on, but I think he's burned up his stuff already.
So can Sylvain Jolly do anything to reel in Stephen Hollingsworth here up front? 1st and 2nd out by a good margin. Those guys have about a 2-second lead over Wyatt Huntley in 3rd.
Yeah, actually, they're starting to pull on Wyatt a little bit, too. Wyatt's last lap was a 15.8. Let's see, Sylvain was a 15.7. And should be Tanner Tomasi. He's not in the race. And Stephen Hollingsworth was also a 15.7. So Wyatt definitely not. He's still losing about a 1/10 of a second almost every lap, it looks like. He's got a good, strong third if he can stay there.
Yeah, Hollingsworth continuing to lead. 20 laps remaining here at Bristol, and they're going to click off fast. Sylvain Jolly second, Wyatt Huntley in third. And unless we get a caution, I don't think Huntley's going to have time to run them down. Like you said, he's kind of bleeding a little bit of time anyway to those guys. You got to imagine he used those tires up a little bit coming through the field.
Oh, I absolutely. And again, too, with this track just being so heavily on tire management and trying to save as much as you can. I mean, we saw what happened with Marty. He's kind of fell back already. He's kind of in the clutches of 22 right now. And then, Wyatt may actually have the same issue with the 29 because the 29 is kind of all over him as well.
Yeah.
But the race for the lead.
Yeah, 29 is starting to kind of close in on Wyatt here. There's going to be about up for third here.
Yeah, I mean, neither one of them are catching our top two right now. So Sylvain, unfortunately, he's just not catching Steven. And they've got Donnie Battiest kind of in between them right now. So I'm sure Donnie's going to kind of give him the leeway to kind of keep going there. But Sylvain has not closed in on Steven at all.
Yeah, he's bleeding a little time, almost up to 8/10 between first and second right here. Sylvain Jolly works around Battiest there. Wyatt Huntley in third, Dylan Clark in fourth. Everybody is kind of status quo right now. Here's the battle for fifth. Marty Roberts, Michael Blackner. Blackner going to look underneath and take that with ease, so move Michael Blackner up into fifth spot.
Yeah, we were kind of assuming that to happen there. And, Michael was able to kind of get by him.
Marty might have a little damage from that contact. Casey McMullen up in seventh spot back in Orlando. He's just kind of strung out at this point, at least on the lead lap, it looks like.
Yeah, just kind of going a little further back. Yeah, I'm looking at Casey McMullen, Kyler McCarthy, and Ted Lispy right now. The three of them are kind of under a tiny little blanket, but nobody's really gaining or moving anywhere from them. And we're almost, we got a little over 10 to go here, so there's not a lot of time for anybody to really get anything done unless you're already pretty close.
Yeah, 13 laps left in this race. We are getting to the end of it for sure. Hollingsworth, Jolly, Wyatt Huntley, your top three. There's Dylan Clark in fourth, just checking in on everybody.
I think Dylan actually kind of lost a little bit of that tire breath because he has not been able to kind of close down Wyatt. Actually, Wyatt's starting to pull away from him. Wyatt's not catching Sylvain, but Dylan's not catching Wyatt either.
Ooh, big wiggle from the 29.
Yeah.
Big wiggle. He hangs onto it. No contact with the wall. That's a good catch for him for sure, but he's going to lose that time to Wyatt Huntley. I'm sure he was trying to push to get to the 0-2, but that's going to cost him dearly right there.
Well, he can see the 0-2 slipping away, and you might be looking at what's behind you. And
I was going to say he's got a pair of twos back there behind him chasing him down.
That's right, yeah.
But we talked about this all night. It was going to be a night of survival, putting yourself in position. And right now, it's going to be Stephen Hollingsworth. He cycled, we talked about the cycles on the tires and stuff, did the right thing, made the pit stop at the right time, and finds himself out front here. Sylvain Jolly in second with Wyatt Huntley in third.
Yeah, Sylvain losing a little bit of time to Stephen, but I think Sylvain would probably be happy with the second place finish tonight. He's just hanging on there, putting himself in the right spot, right time. And, definitely showing off those LED colors out there tonight.
Shining bright.
That's
second
right, yeah.
Spot.
Looking good. Actually, probably a pretty solid night for himself.
Let's see if Michael Blackner's going to be able to do anything with this 29. He's closing in, but I don't know if he's going to have enough time. We're at 6 laps left. He's trying to get there, but 29's doing everything he needs to do to kind of maintain that distance.
When Michael passed Marty, he had about almost 2.5 seconds. I mean, he did kind of close it down quite a bit, but yeah, I think again he's probably just ran out a little steam, and now he's just kind of running out of laps.
Well, everybody's running out of laps for this 25. Hollingsworth out front. 4 laps remaining. Looking strong out front. Continues to pull away from a second place Sylvain Jolly. Hanging on in second in the 08. Couple of Fords out front. Ford in the Railroad Rally Series, unfortunately, is losing some representation. So you can see Casey McMullen losing the position of Kyler McCarthy. So there's a race back here. Comes to 88 around him.
Yeah, Lispy's right behind Casey as well. So yeah, they're a little packed and stacked right there. Yeah,
they are stacked for sure right there. Marty Roberts.
That's a race for 6 right now.
I got to tell you, though, as that happens, we're going to come through 3 and 4. Going to see the white flag. 1 lap remaining for the 25 of Hollingsworth. It's going to happen fast, too. I know Hollingsworth was looking to have a good run here tonight. Good on these short tracks, and he's done everything right here tonight. Put himself in position. He'll come through 3 and 4.
Oh, Kyler had an issue.
Oh, he's sitting in the apron. But the 25 of Hollingsworth going to take the win here tonight. Checkered flag out. Hollingsworth wins here at Bristol.
Oh, man. Kyler just got by Marty Robertson. Man. Last lap crack. Wow.
Sylvain Jolly in second, Wyatt Huntley in third. Your top 3 finishers here tonight, but it's all 25. Hollingsworth with the win here at Bristol. The Kelly Battiest 200 goes to Hollingsworth, who celebrates and immediately leaves. A quick little burnout on the front that says, "Thank you very much. I'm headed to victory lane."
Well, the way his car's painted up, it looks like he's got a bucket of balls that he wants to go hit or something. I don't know. Hopefully we'll see him in the race interviews.
All right. Well, let's look at our results here. For the Kelly Battiest 200 here, Stephen Hollingsworth with the win. Sylvain Jolly in second. Wyatt Huntley in third. Dylan Clark going to come home in 4th spot. He held off Michael Blattner, who will finish in the top 5 and 5th. Casey McMullen gets that last position in 6th there with that issue from Kyler McCarthy. Marty Roberts finishes up in 7th spot. Ted Lisby, good run for him in 8th there. Lane Allen able to rebound up to 9th spot. Kyler McCarthy falls to 10th. Bobby Terrell 1 lap down in 11th spot. Not the run he was hoping for tonight for sure. Austin DeMore with that late spin off of turn 2, unfortunately drops him to 12th spot. You got 13th for Braden Donaldson. Clyde Ferlin, after that contact, had such a strong run going. He's going to finish up in the 14th position. 15th for Donnie Battiest. Good to see him run all the laps out here tonight with the race being named in his daughter's honor. And then Bradley Carter in 16th spot.
All right. And then I'm seeing Darren Clements in 17th spot. Then we have Justin Gannon, 18th spot. Sad night for him. He was led a lot of early laps there. Joshua Gaiman as well had a pretty good car. Unfortunately, got caught up in incidents, 19th. David Smeal Jr., 20th. Tanner Tomasi, 21. Richie Coy, 22nd. Bill Miller, 23rd. Brian Bliss, 24th. And then Victor Fluger, 25th. Joshua Saucy, 26th. And then Brandon Eller, 27th. I don't think Brandon turned a lap tonight, but he's still on the field, rounding up the 27-car field tonight.
All right, it was a rough one. It was an exciting one, but kind of rough out there tonight. When we come back,
yeah,
we'll talk to our top 3 finishers, see what they have to say, being in the race car out there tonight here at Bristol, and wrangling these cars around Bristol Motor Speedway. But we'll take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back after this.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
We are Best One.
The best tires.
The best customer service.
The best automotive service.
The best team.
And the best customers. You see, Best One isn't just our name, it's who we are. Since 1948, Best One has been delivering quality and dependable tires and full-service automotive care to our customers. Best One, selling tires, serving people. We are Best One.
Speedway, back at Bristol Motor Speedway, finishing up the Kelly Battiest 200. And again, a reminder, this is in memory of Kelly Battiest. Unfortunately, three years ago to the day, we lost Kelly Battiest. And Donnie Battiest, one of the members here at FTSR, willing to put her name out there, celebrate her life, and raise awareness for suicide prevention. I do appreciate him doing so. It's been an honor to kind of cover this race and just, kind of bring awareness and remember that, things are more important out there than wrecked race cars on sim racing. We got family out there. That's what's important. Being around good people, having a good time, that is what's important. So I appreciate Donnie being willing to step up and do that and allowing us to kind of celebrate her as well. So it's been fun here on Full Throttle Television. So I just wanted to say once again, thank you to him for being willing to put himself out there like that. That's not an easy thing to do. It's something you definitely don't want to remember, but it's something we want to bring attention to and make some memories and provide something for him to kind of look back on. So love doing it. Let's throw it over to our post-race show here on Full Throttle Television, brought to you by Fine Line and Whiskey Podcast. You definitely want to check out the Fine Line and Whiskey Podcast on Apple Podcasts and also on Spotify. You want to listen to those guys, see what they have to say. This is always entertaining to kind of see where they go with their discussions. It's fun. The last one was great. You definitely want to tune in and check it out. They're covering all the NASCAR storylines and everything going on in the NASCAR scene. And also some little tidbits here and there about their personal life and their sim racing. And you never really know what's going to go on in there. So you definitely want to listen to the Fine Line and Whiskey Podcast on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify and possibly on some of your other providers there. So check them out. Let's get into our interviews. We'll talk to our top three finishers, starting with the third place finisher, Wyatt Huntley. Wyatt, man, congratulations. It was a rough and tumble race out there. You bring it home in third position, but you had to do some work there at the end. Tell us about it.
Well, I went from making the smartest move of the race to the dumbest move of the race on that last pit stop. The pace car come out late. I seen it. Pit was open. I slammed the brake, cut hard left, go on pit road. Everybody stays out, don't realize it. I'm sitting here making adjustments on my car, get a cold chill down my right leg, and I speed. I try to stop on pit road a little bit, slow it down, but nah, they caught me, so.
Well, yeah, we saw it too. It's like, oh man, because you would have been, and I know you were kicking yourself with that heavy throttle foot, probably. Hurt.
Oh, I'm gonna have a dead zone like 50 next week. I swear to God.
That's unfortunate, man, for sure. We saw you dropping back, and I was like, man, you would have been in prime position there, fighting for that win if it wasn't for that, man. But yeah, listen, it was a rough race out there. I know you saw a lot of it in your windshield. You were maybe in it a little bit at some points too. Just tell us about the night. It was a rough one.
I don't feel like it was rough as it has been, but it was still a little rough. You know where to go. There was a little more patience out here than usual, so I don't think it was that bad. But I feel like we had a shot to win. We just threw it away.
Well, that is why we broadcast, because we don't know what you guys are seeing out there through the windshield. We were seeing some interesting moves out there for sure. But man, again, a rebound to third place. But listen, this night's not about the finishes. It's not about the racing. It's about celebrating Kelly Battiest. And I know you are teammates and good friends with Donnie Battiest, who put this on. Why don't you tell us a little bit, or just expand on the thought of having a race out here for her?
Well, Donnie was wanting to do something special the anniversary day, so he put this together last minute. So I threw me a paint together real quick. I thought I really wanted to win this race. I tried my dangest to win it, but I just come up a little short.
You were probably a little motivated out there for sure. Like I said, I know you guys are a close knit group, and Donnie's a good guy, man. Talking to him, he kind of last minute wanted to do this. I said, you know what? If you want to sponsor a race, we'll broadcast it. We'll put it out there. And we want to do anything we can to support him and kind of, dealing with the tragedy. But also, again, like I said, I want to kind of frame it as a celebration of her life, of her, in memory of her, and kind of, give him a bright spot, something it'll always be out there, something he can always look back on.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, again, solid third place finish tonight. Good race for you. Could have been maybe a little bit better. I know it's frustrating, but hey, we'll move on and try it again next week, I'm sure. But I'm going to throw it to you, let you do your shout outs and your sponsor plugs.
Donnie for putting on the race here. Great race. You guys for the broadcast. Shock Eye 12. Shock Eye Performance. Everybody in Discord. Marty, Tanner, Donnie, Bill. Atkins, he's on the beach somewhere. He tried to get on somebody's sim rig, but he couldn't make it in time. My smoking hot wife and little man Carter.
All right, man. Sounds good. Hey, go work on that throttle throw for next week.
I might sit on. I might retire. That's oh my god! How about throw the shit
Hey,
up to the
it
monitor?
happens. It happens to the best of us. It's all good. But I know it's frustrating. But hey, in a couple of days, we'll forget about it. We'll move on, man. Congratulations. We'll see you next week.
All right, thank you, y'all.
All right, here's your third place finisher tonight, Wyatt Hunley, getting it done in the O2. Had to fight through the field, but he gets back up to third spot. So good to see that happening. I tell you what, though, the 08 of Sylvain Jolly, you're standing by with him. He was a strong runner tonight, and he comes home in second spot.
Yeah, I'm here with Sylvain. Man, you started 14th. You had a pretty clean night. I mean, there was a lot of attrition, a lot of wreckage out there, but you did really well. I mean, you brought that Accent LED car to second spot. How was your race tonight, man?
I'm very good. I'm very happy for this race and finish second. I'm very good. My setup is very unpracticed this afternoon for tonight. It's really good. I'm sorry for the Victor. I'm untouched for Victor and maybe laps 25 or 30.
Well, no, man, you look pretty clean out there for the most part. I mean, you definitely had the car dialed in. I mean, you say you had some practice today, and it showed. I mean, you and even Claude was running in the top 5 for a good chunk of the race here. And again, man, yeah, you find yourself at the last minute. Did you think you had anything for Steven there at the end? I mean, I know you started to fall back, but early on, we saw you were kind of stuck behind Austin. And I made the comment, I go, man, you should have gotten that outside lane a little bit sooner. Steven kind of beat you to it. Do you think maybe if you would have made that move a little bit sooner, you might have been able to be in victory lane tonight?
Yes, yeah. I'm not sure to understand. I speak French. I think my English is very, it's not very well, maybe. I want to, comment je pourrais dire, I want to forward to the Steven. I want to go to the Steven. My front tire is very warm. It's not very good. Fait que, c'est ça. Sorry, guys.
No, man. Again, you had a good race. I mean, hey, second's nothing to shake your head at either. So I mean, especially with the night that we had, a lot of guys got caught up in some incidents. But man, you did a great job tonight, and you should be proud of yourself. Hopefully, Claude's pretty happy with you as well. And a good night for the team here, at least for yourself. So the floor is yours, man.
Hey, thank you, Hugo. Thank you, guys. Thank you, buddy, for this league. It's very clean. It's very fun with you. Thank you for the broadcast for Tony for tonight. Have a good night, guys, and next time for the Kansas.
Yeah, Kansas next week. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be broadcasting. Maybe we might start making this a normal, regular thing. I mean, we had another Tuesday side gig, but we might be here for a couple of weeks. But again, man, congrats tonight. You did a great job.
Thank you, Tony.
All right, man. We'll see you next week at Kansas. So I think you're standing in victory lane now with our winner, Mr. Stephen Hollingsworth. Yes.
Yes, I'm down here in victory lane with Hollingsworth. Stephen, man, you played the cards right. You put yourself in position. You got those new tires rocketed to the front, and I don't think anybody could touch you there at the end. You were pulling away the whole way through.
I think you had the field wreck. Kind of made it pretty easy.
Yeah, there was. We talked about it. There was some carnage out there tonight for sure, man. It was you had to kind of survive that too, but you did survive. I mean, that's part of it here at Bristol. You have to survive the race for sure, and you put yourself in position. You had a fast car, took care of it all night, and planned your pit stops out. That's one of the things we talked about. You have to kind of be on the right schedule and get your tires at the right time. I know you caught Austin DeMoore there, and he was on older tires, and unfortunately he was off cycle. But that allowed you guys to go by with pretty easy there.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, it was a good race tonight. The car was awesome. I'm not sure. Is that what happened to Austin? He stayed out when I pitted. Honestly, it's all luck. I have no idea what I'm doing. I just drive the car. Uh, that's probably why I wreck a lot. I have no idea what I'm doing. Um, that's honestly the truth. But you know, this league, this series usually isn't broadcasted, so it's the first broadcast tonight. Uh, I don't want to speak on how it went, but I appreciate you guys doing that. It's awesome. I was always hoping that this league would start being broadcasted, so one here is cool. But yeah, I wish it would have played out a little differently on that second stage and that long 150 laps or whatever it was. There's a lot of fast guys tonight. There's actually 3, 4, 5 guys that were actually could have won tonight if everything would have went like normal. But you know, we'll re-rack them next week. We'll see what happens.
Well, I want to revisit the fact you said you don't know what you're doing out there. Ended up in victory lane. I kind of disagree. You have to kind of play that strategy right. You got to kind of know what's going on. You kind of pit, and sometimes it is a lottery as far as the pit cycles go, and you just kind of have to guess at that point. But either way, you have to take care of the car. You have to make it 200 laps. You have to avoid the calamity. And then you end up, having a good finish. And I think that's what you guys did. And of course, obviously, I guess you were the best of the rest there. They were able to do so. So give yourself a little props. I don't think you're just riding around guessing at this point.
Yeah, we did miss you calling me out there. We did miss a lot of wrecks tonight. A lot of close calls, a lot of luck. But just yeah, staying focused and looking forward and trying to keep the fenders on it and bring it home. Um, yeah, hopefully we can do it again next week and keep it going. Hopefully we gained a lot of points tonight. It just took, yeah, it was a good night for me. Unfortunately, hopefully we can win when there's a lot of everybody that started finishes.
Yeah, you've been fast every week. We've kind of watched this series, not broadcast, but we've seen you have speed every week, so it's no surprise here. Contention every week, and finally get this dub here at Bristol. Good at the short tracks too. I know that for a fact. I've raced against you, so I know that.
Yeah. Last win in this league was at this track in this series. So that's pretty cool.
Well, there you go. I'm going to throw it to Tony, though. Tony, go ahead. Take it away.
Oh, man, I just want to say congrats, man. I mean, yeah, a little bit of attrition tonight, but you were able to kind of hang your head high and get that win at the end there. And I asked Sylvain too. Sylvain was running behind Austin there and kind of got stuck behind him. You made that move to the outside, and I kind of feel like that was the winning move of the race. You found the lane that nobody else was working on, and it took you a little while to get by Austin, but when you did, you just didn't look back. So I'm just curious to know. How was the car on the outside? I mean, did you really want to make that move, or you figured I had to make this move to get this win?
And the outside was weird tonight. I know iRacing's been doing a lot this weekend and stuff, and I don't ever read the updates or whatever, so I just kind of like go for it. But usually you run up against a wall, and man, I felt like when I was making those moves on that. I'm glad you brought that up because I totally forgot about that. When I was making those moves, um, I felt like the lower I stayed, the faster it was. If I tried to go up to the wall, I would just it was so dirty up there. It was really weird. It was almost like you could drive in hard, stay close to him where he couldn't wash up. And it's almost like it made the car below you tighter. I should go back and watch I'll go back and watch the broadcast, see if I catch any of that. But yeah, that was crazy. Learned a lot tonight with this car and this track combo on this short track. I mean, this kind of unique track, but that was really weird and a lot of fun. That was cool passing those 3 cars like that. I did the same 3 cars exactly like that, and it worked perfectly the same every time. So that's cool. Kudos to iRacing for making that happen.
Well, yeah. Well, we saw even early on too. You were kind of diamond in the corner a little bit. I mean, you were kind of running up front most of the night as well. So, I mean, you definitely had a pretty good piece under you. But yeah, I think, like I said, I think just making that outside move right away, maybe trying to, you kind of kept Sylvain a little low. And yeah, once you eventually did get by Austin he stayed out, so he didn't have fresh tires like you guys either. So I think that kind of played into your advantage over Austin as well. But yeah, that outside move, man, it was definitely the right move of the night.
Yeah, maybe that's what made it feel like it was so good. But yeah, I was all over the track. 3 grooves. They're real tight grooves, but yeah, I was all over the track tonight.
Well, maybe
congrats again, man.
Maybe some invisible PJ1 down on the track.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
really weird.
It
It was so creepy. It was so crazy. It was really weird to feel in the steering wheel and stuff.
Well, next week we head to Kansas, something completely different. We are done with the short tracks for a little while. We're headed to Kansas Speedway. It's going to be a lot of fun. Look forward to seeing you out there, man. I'm going to throw it to you, let you do your shout outs and your sponsor plugs.
Oh yeah, I just appreciate all the admins and Brody and Richie and everybody, Michael that runs, Tony. I don't even know. I think that's everybody, but appreciate you guys running the league. The structure of the league is amazing. I'm no saint. I wreck a lot and do a lot of things, but I do enjoy racing here. I try to show up every week. I've been doing really good here lately. I'm trying to make an effort to be here, and yeah, I just I like it. I like this league a lot, and I hope it continues for a long time.
Well, I appreciate it, man. Enjoy having you for sure, man. Tonight's a night to celebrate, though. Forget all that. Just enjoy it, and man, we'll see you next week when we head to Kansas.
All right, see you.
There's your winner tonight, the 25, Stephen Hollingsworth, getting it done here tonight, Tony. And that Top Golf, it was a hole-in-one for him tonight.
Definitely had a hole in one. Good thing he didn't have a hole in his pants. I think some guys had some brown pants moments as well tonight. But yeah, Steven got it done tonight. And again, I feel like that last move, he went outside, even though he said it might have been a little bit slipperier. There might have not been any PJ1 down there, but he was able to make that move work. He got by Sylvain. I think he passed 3 cars for the lead there. And brought himself to victory lane. I mean, didn't look back afterwards. So yeah. I feel what he's saying. Sometimes he's might be the cleanest, maybe a little bit aggressive, but he did everything right tonight and came up with that victory.
Had the right mix in it tonight for sure, and ends up in victory lane. Just enough aggression to get to the front. We had calamity and cautions, crashes. Had a lot going on tonight. Had a lot of drivers crash out. I think Wyatt Huntley was going to challenge for that lead. Unfortunately, had pit road issues, but at the end of the day, Stephen Hollingsworth puts himself in position. Gets those new tires, gets to the front, and never looks back. Wins tonight's race here. They head to Kansas next week. Not sure we'll be there, but that's a little undecided at this point. But Kansas Speedway for the Xfinity, I did it finally. The O'Reilly Auto Parts Series here at FTSR. Those guys are going to put on a great race there for sure. It's going to be a lot of fun. Kansas with this car should be a lot of fun. Looking forward to seeing those guys tackle that next week. But that's going to do it for us here at Full Throttle Television. A quick shout out once again to Donnie Battiest, the namesake tonight, Kelly Battiest, his daughter that unfortunately we lost 3 years ago today to the day on the race tonight. So shout out to him for doing that. Our thoughts and prayers are always with him dealing with that situation. 3 years is not a long time. And it hopefully will heal a little bit as time goes. But appreciate him coming on board for sponsorship and willing to reach out and do something like that. So we love doing it, love broadcasting, and love highlighting our members here at FTSR. Always cool to kind of get them involved. Unfortunate situation here, but either way, we love getting them involved. So shout out to him and his family and his team. But that's going to do it for us. Sorry, do you want to say something?
I was going to say, yeah, I agree. I appreciate Donnie for kind of nudging us to do this for his daughter tonight.
Mm-hmm.
It was our honor, and I might have to talk in and maybe do it next week because I had a lot of fun calling this tonight, and I don't know, Kansas might be kind of exciting as well. So
it was a lot of fun.
We'll see. Maybe you guys might see us next week here.
To be determined. tune in. We'll see if we're around next week. We'll see. You guys keep close and make sure to like and subscribe our YouTube channel as well. You can kind of keep up on the news and the upcoming broadcasts, and it helps us out with the likes as well. So definitely do that if you can support us. We would love to do that. Trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers, hitting that benchmark. And when we do, it might do something a little special if we get there too, but we'll keep that under wraps for now. We're trying to get there though. So help us out. But enjoy having you guys on board. Hope you enjoyed it like we did. For Tony Solari and everybody at Full Throttle Television, my name is Brady Hanna. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. And we could possibly see you next Tuesday night at 9 p.m. here on Full Throttle TV. See you then.